Welcome to my first deep dive episode, where we take a closer look at specific aspects of the game. I decided to do this so I can keep the normal episodes shorter and more focused on the topic at hand. And in this episode, I will be discussing Protective Luck, the most exploited ability in the game. Using terminology from a certain different game, Protective Luck gives disadvantage on attacks against a target for 1 round, meaning that the attacker has to roll 2 d20s and take the lowest result. This is the only ability that does this, making it indispensable. It's especially good later in the game when the high number of attacks per round makes natural 20s more common. No matter how high your armor class is, a natural 20 will always hit.
How could this happen?
Protective Luck changes the odds of a natural 20 from 1 in 20 to 1 in 400, which is a huge difference. It doesn't work against touch attacks, but those are rare and limited to 1 per round. But how good is it at lower armor class values? Let's take a look at this graph. This graph shows the chance of hitting a target with a certain armor class. Left top side, the chance to hit is 95. Thanks to critical misses existing, this is never 100. Right bottom side, the chance to hit is 5. Thanks to natural 20s, this is never 0. And here we have the chances to hit with Protective Luck. As you can see, the chance to hit is lower, but with nothing else to compare it to, it's hard to say how good it really is. So let's compare it to defensive armor class buffs. Note again that no matter how high you stack your armor class, you're not getting below that 5% chance to hit without Protective Luck. It stacks up pretty good, but we still miss something in this comparison. Protective Luck doesn't just lower the chance to hit, it lowers the chance to crit. To get a better comparison, we calculate the average damage taken per attack and plot it against the armor class. The graph looks much the same, but Protective Luck is just slightly better in comparison now. Alright, so we know Protective Luck is good, but how do we get it? There's 2 versions of Protective Luck, the Witch one and the Shaman one. The Shaman one you get from any Shaman class. The Witch one you get from a Witch class, the Rogue Sylvan Trickster subclass, or the Magus Hexcrafter subclass. They used to be equal, but the Shaman one got nerfed recently. It doesn't work with Chant anymore, which makes it much worse past the very early game. There's 2 ways to use Protective Luck with Cackle. One is the intended way. We enter the fight. We cast Protective Luck round 1. We cast Cackle. We cast Cackle again. We cast another Hex or use a standard action ability. Doing this requires us to build our Protective Luck character around using standard, and not full, actions, since Cackle takes a move action. Then there's the exploit. Out of combat Cackle has no cooldown. We cast Protective Luck out of combat. We cast Cackle out of combat. We cast Cackle out of combat again. We keep spamming cackle for a solid minute. Now we have protective luck for the whole fight. We proceed to use our protective luck character as normal.
You should have run. This will hurt.